Good morning. Joe here with my third cup of Morning Joe. And we're going to talk about some cars. Pretty cool gimmick, huh? Coffee and cars with Joe. Morning Joe. So I got a box a couple days ago from Jode Zero, one of the best customizers I know. There's a link to his channel in the description of this video. And you should definitely check it out because his customs are amazing. His Gaslands customs especially. And I am the lucky recipient of one. I sent him a EV Hummer and got back something that's not electric at all. And maybe I'll show it to you at the end of this video. Maybe Friday. Maybe I'll do show you some of the customs that I've received on Friday. But on this compelling video, I'm going to show you what he sent in this box. And first, the loose stuff. And first, let's go from worst to last. So there's a couple things that didn't quite make the cut for I don't collect and don't go to the archive. So here's a Fright Bike, which is kind of a cool casting, except it's missing the wheelie bar back here. It's missing a cowling, so incomplete. So that one, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now, but it's ultimate fate. We don't know. And here's I always forget what this is called. Something Jones. Torpedo Jones. And this is a really cool casting. It's got its chrome, but it's missing the driver. This is one of those Hot Wheels castings that comes with a driver. So I think I'm gonna put this in the archive anyway, but flag it yellow that an upgrade is needed. And then there were a couple that are already in the archive, and I don't either. I have and are already in the archive. So this recent Surface School Bus, that'll be for sale soon. This MR11, which is a multi-pack exclusive, not something that I collect. And multi-pack exclusives are kind of excluded from the Ignition Diecast archive, just because there's so many of them. And I don't know, maybe I should collect them. Maybe they should be added. I don't know. We've just recently started to include super treasure hunts, so that's going to be expensive. But we'll see where it goes. And this one, I don't remember what it's called. Stinger something. It looks like a Stingray. Kind of Corvette-y in the front. But this is a multi-pack exclusive version also. So, I don't know. The jury is kind of out whether to add multi-pack exclusives to the archive or not. There's just so many of them. Here's an awesome one that I am definitely keeping. Is an MGB GT. And I actually had one of these, this exact car in white, and almost killed myself in it twice because the power to weight ratio is pretty incredible. And yeah, twice in traffic I got into. I didn't drive it like an adult. I had this when I was 24, and yeah. So ultimately gave it to my brother-in-law, or sold it to him. And he doesn't have it anymore. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, but killer car. If you ever have a chance to drive an MGB GT, do it. And then here's where we get into some more like gems. So 3 Formula flashbacks, which I do not collect these, but all 3 of these are needed for the archive. So these are excellent condition and excellent ads. And this Ferrari, I have abstained from the Ferrari collecting thing, but this is I don't remember off the top of my head, 320, and in pretty good shape. It has slight play wear, a little bit of chrome loss, but really cool ad. I've never even seen that one before. And then some that I'm going to need glasses for probably. So here's a Sand Stinger, but this is the McDonald's version. And these McDonald's cars are kind of interesting. They're more plasticky than normal Hot Wheels main lines, but I think those are going to be added to the archive. And if we're going to add McDonald's cars, I guess we should probably do multi-pack exclusives. I don't know. There's just so much. There's so many damn cars. Like, we're talking about 14,000 without multi-pack exclusives. And if we admit multi-pack exclusives, that's like another 1,000 cars at least since 1968. At least. Here's one I definitely need glasses for. It is called the Motocrossed. And very good shape. It's a first response police version. Archive bound. Here's one of those drop tops. And this one is called Curbside. And it's missing some chrome on one wheel. It's got a little scratch there. So I consider that a yellow. It'll be added to the archive, but if a brand new one comes along, we'll definitely upgrade it. A very nice T-Bird. I haven't researched when this is from, but archive bound. This is called a Gargoyle, and there was some issue with this. I don't remember, but it's going to go to the archive. It's had like a bunch of name changes, but I think the most notorious name for this is the Gargoyle. So that's going to the archive. And this, I can never remember the name, but it's a mainline version. It's got most of its rim chrome intact, so it'll go in as green, I guess. And kind of a cool car. It's Formula, sort of a open wheel Formula One looking thing. And then I'm keeping this one, just for the hell of it, a convertible Camaro with Team Bilstein, kind of an unlikely, a little bit of a confusing vehicle. Like, this is not a race car. Maybe it's a pace car or something. But yeah, kind of the low watermark for Camaro, but keeping it anyway because I have plenty of Camaro space back there. And then some carded stuff, which is where the real meaty potatoes are. So the Walgreens exclusive Daytona Coupe. The one that I have is missing the tempo, so it's like an error. But I needed a base model, like a typical normal stock one. So this, just to prove it to you, I'm keeping this baby. I love this car. A Target Red Edition 300E. And it's interesting, Target's kind of branching out. That's like a ruby red or a dark maroon. It's not red or black or white, so interesting. A Chevelle SS 396, a 69. So in my 69, in my 60s Chevelle box, this goes. Beautiful paint job. Let's take a closer look. Blue interior, which matches the flames. Excellent. That's definitely a keeper. And this is interesting because this is a Ford Mustang Fastback. I do not have this one. And I just established, like, I needed to make some room in the old Mustang section. So I used one of these older Plano boxes to create a Mustang Fastback box. And this is going to go in there. I'll show it to you in 1 second when I get through all these cars. Awesome paint job. One of my favorite styled Mustangs. Another one that if I had a whole bunch of money, I'd probably buy to restore, or maybe buy it already restored. I don't know. This, I didn't really know this was out yet. The Zamac BRZ. And this is going to be a bit of a psychological arm wrestling match because I want one, and the archive need ones too. So I think this one will go to the archive because it's easier for me to remember what I want than it is to remember what the archive needs. So in delayed gratification style, this one will go to the archive, the Zamac BRZ. And I'll hold out for one more for myself. Let me open it. Very, very sexy. And then this isn't a model that I used to collect, but now I do because I have so many thanks to John R. Now Jode. The Silverado. This is just a Chevy Silverado. So what year this is? If you go to the wiki page, it probably says what year this is based on, but I just haven't done it yet. So now I have like 9 of these. Crazy. Here's a police one. And it's a good example of a model that I didn't set out to collect, but I received so many of them or found so many of them that I just relented and said, okay, I guess I collect that now. And pretty rad. I love how that's lowered. Got a chrome interior, but I've learned to shut my mouth about that. Super cool. So it's Sunday. Thanks to Jode. Check out his channel, like I said. And big supporter of the Ignition Diecast archive. And good trading buddy, too. And an excellent customizer. It's Sunday, and you need to get out there and hit the pegs before the church people get out. All right? Okay. Talk to you tomorrow, which is Muscle Car Monday. And I got a whole bunch lined up. Oh, I was going to show you my new fastback box. One sec. So this would be what I call a casting specific box. And this is a 65 Mustang 2+2 fastback. The name of the casting is just 65 Mustang fastback, as you can read right there. And now I have 8 of them with lots of room to expand. So that relieved a little bit of the pressure on my Mustang section up there. So many more to come, and I think I'll continue to show you progress as it starts to fill out. So talk to you tomorrow. Like I said, Muscle Car Monday. Tune in.